Welcome back to Dixie Alley Weather Center. My name is Caleb Crick. Today is Thursday, August 28th, 2025, and I've got a lot of updates for you today, especially concerning some of the tropics that will begin to ramp up, we believe, as we go into the beginning of the month of September. We've had a quiet period, some quiet stuff going on, no impacts to the United States so far, but we do expect that to change as we go into the month of September, the peak of hurricane season, so we need to continue to watch for further development as we go into the beginning of September. You can also see the lights are a different color, which means that we have some severe weather to talk about, so let's get right into it. The lights are yellow, which means we do have a slight risk of severe weather today. I posted you guys a short update yesterday about the marginal risk that was in effect for parts of Louisiana. That has now been upgraded to a slight risk, like I thought they might do, and they have now introduced a 2% tornado risk. So we'll talk about that in depth. Talk about where these storms are going to be moving into parts of our viewing area as we go throughout today and into the evening hours and maybe even the overnight hours tonight. You can see we do have a slight risk of severe weather, a small one, but it doesn't have to be big for there to be some big-time felt impacts. This will impact areas like Shreveport, Louisiana, as we go throughout this evening and into the night tonight with some potential damaging winds, large hail, and potential for a few tornadoes. This slight risk is in effect for mainly damaging winds, 15% chance of damaging winds within 25 miles of any given point. There is a chance for some damaging wind gusts, 60, 70 mile per hour winds with this system. Cool air off to the north, like I said. A lot of warm, moist air off to the south. Like I said, Louisiana is one of those areas that's supposed to be mostly above average, where those cool and warm temperatures clash, as where we're getting the mix of some severe thunderstorms today. We will have a line that will be moving through, that it's already moving through parts of Oklahoma, Arkansas. Not really severe at the moment, but as you're watching this probably has gained intensity and is moving southeast at a very rapid pace. It will start to gain momentum as we go throughout this evening, spawning maybe a few supercells out in front of this that could pose a threat for maybe a weak tornado, some larger hail, and some damaging wind gusts as well. So we need to continue to watch this, especially as it gains intensity. We don't expect this to really become severe until this evening and really even become maybe an overnight threat as we go throughout tonight through parts of Louisiana. Just remember, I'm continuing to watch this. Make sure if you are in northern Louisiana, you have multiple ways to receive warnings. Even if you're in parts of Texas, I know this is in our viewing area, parts of Oklahoma, and even parts of Arkansas. But make sure that you have those alerts on your phone. Make sure you can get notified if there's severe weather in your area, especially if you get a tornado warning. Make sure you have those EAS alerts on your phone turned on so that you can be notified very promptly when one of those warnings is issued. We will have potentially a severe thunderstorm watch that is issued for parts of Texas, Louisiana, parts of Arkansas as we go throughout the afternoon hours, and I will give you that update, tell you what these counties are, what counties are going to be under this severe thunderstorm watch, and I'll be tracking this for you guys. I will not leave you guys uncovered. I'll make sure that you guys are, staying updated, staying alert, and ahead of the storms. Here's a look at what the radar looks like right now. You can see right now we got flooding rainfall, for one, ongoing across parts of Oklahoma. We had some flooding in parts of Oklahoma and Kansas yesterday, from 2 to 5 inches of rainfall, maybe even more in some local areas. A lot of flash flooding going on in these areas. We already have multiple flash flood warnings, not in our viewing area at the moment, not in parts of the Dixie Alley, parts of Arkansas, though. A lot of flash flood warnings, and that's because of these training storms. They're moving to the south and east. Many storms going on top of storms. Areas in Arkansas have been seeing heavy rainfall since this morning, continuing to see that heavy rainfall as we go throughout the day today. There is a concern for flooding, once again, through parts of Mississippi and Louisiana and Arkansas as we go throughout the day today. I'll also talk about that in just a minute. But as we go throughout the day today, you can see these storms are not as organized right now as they will be. This is by 1 p.m. today. But we will see this eventually organized into maybe a Boeing line of storms. This could be 60 to 70 mile per hour winds going through parts of southern Oklahoma. This won't be a huge line of storms. It won't be really long, but it could be. But we are expecting some isolated power outages, parts of Oklahoma, Texas. This will eventually, this is by 6 p.m. this evening. A few scattered showers and thunderstorms ahead of the line of storms throughout parts of northern Louisiana. You can see those here on the future radar, 6 p.m. These could be severe. Don't know at the moment, strong to severe storms, but the main line will be moving through parts of far northwestern portions of Louisiana. Most of Louisiana is going to get missed by the brunt of the severe weather. But if you live in northwestern Louisiana, areas like Shreveport need to be continuing to watch this area of storms. This will move in likely after sunset, as it will be around 9 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So make sure that you guys are staying alert, setting plans. Do not have outdoor plans during this time. I know some football games are going to be going on during this point. I don't know if there are any in Louisiana. But once again, be monitoring me updates on this channel. I will be posting updates as severe weather starts to enter into parts of the Dixie Valley. I'll continue to keep you covered, especially when that severe thunderstorm watch is issued, if it is issued. If we see this severe weather start to pan out as we go throughout this afternoon, I do expect a severe thunderstorm watch for parts of some parishes in the northwestern corner of Louisiana. Severe thunderstorm watch just means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather in the area or close to the watch area as we go throughout the rest of today. So I will continue to watch that. We should have a Boeing sediment, a line of storms, a QLCS threat, a quasi-linear convective system that will move throughout the area. This will be coming from the northwest and moving to the southeast very quickly. So once we get those warnings, I'll maybe give you a video update, or I'll just send it to a post. Make sure that you are monitoring updates. Once again, doesn't seem like this isn't going to be a huge severe weather event, but one we haven't seen in a little bit. I mean, because it's been summer, we've just had those general summertime thunderstorms. This is going to be a little bit different. It's more of a potential for some severe thunderstorms. As we go throughout the night, we will start to see more rainfall build to the north. We are not done whatsoever, and we will even see some maybe more strong severe storms develop in parts of central and southern Louisiana as we go throughout the day tomorrow. You can see another weak line of thunderstorms moving to the south. We don't expect this to be huge, but we could see a few scattered damaging wind gusts, some large hail, and maybe even a chance for a spin-up tornado as we go throughout the day, even tomorrow. So we need to continue to monitor those threats, and I'll show you guys that risk coming up. And like I said, as soon as we get past today, we'll be right back at it tomorrow. Like I said, it's another marginal risk, parts of central and southwestern parts of Louisiana as more storms start to build as we go throughout the heating of the day. Tomorrow, we will see more showers and thunderstorms build along the line that will move to the south. From the north, we will get some more scattered showers and thunderstorms, scattered damaging wind gusts. Not expecting much in the way of severe weather for areas off to the east, areas like New Orleans, watching potential for some thunderstorms, not expecting those to be severe, but could get a few strong wind gusts. This will impact areas like Port Arthur off towards the south and west, in portions of Louisiana, portions of southeastern Texas. More severe weather. Not expecting anything big. Like I said, this is a small local area for some small damaging wind gusts up to maybe 60 mile per hour winds, maybe up to an inch in diameter hail. And then maybe some scattered thunderstorms across parts of the Dixie Valley with the daytime heating farther off to the north, areas like Tennessee and North Carolina not getting any showers and thunderstorms. That's a drier air mass that is in place across parts of the northern Dixie Valley. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, much below average temperatures across much of the Dixie Valley right now, but not all of us are going to remain dry like we thought in the previous week. We thought most of us were going to be pretty dry, but this severe weather event is just going to set the stage for a much above average weather pattern in terms of the rainfall in areas like southern parts of the Dixie Valley, the southeast areas along the Gulf Coast and towards the southeast. Will be getting into a very wet weather pattern with daily high chances for showers and thunderstorms as we go throughout the rest of this week and into the weekend. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves here, let's go back to the present. What's going to be happening today? We also have a slight risk for flash flooding across much of the western Dixie Valley. This includes parts of central and southern Mississippi, parts of northern and central Louisiana, and parts of Arkansas for a chance for some above average flash flooding today. A lot of heavy rainfall going to be ongoing across portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi today, and this will continue into tomorrow for a chance for some above average rainfall, 1 to 3 inches an hour potentially with some of these heavy rainmakers, and more training storms going over the same areas going into the future. Now, we do expect this weather pattern to change as we go into the rest of the week. This weather pattern will move farther off to the east, more rain towards the east. We will start to dry off. But for the next couple of days, we will remain in a wet weather pattern down here towards the southwest. So we need to continue to watch this weather pattern. Flash flooding potential throughout much of the Dixie or much of the western Dixie Valley as we go throughout today. We also have a marginal risk extending into parts of Alabama, southern Mississippi, parts of central and southern Louisiana today. Once again, for the chance for some flash flooding to go today. at least a 15% chance within 25 miles of any given point. A chance for some flash flooding. If you live near creeks or streams, make sure that you are monitoring the water levels, monitoring those local alerts. If you know that you live in a flood-prone area and you need to be monitoring those alerts, make sure that you have ways to receive flash flood warnings. And if need be, make sure you're getting out of there. Don't drive through flooded roadways. But once again, not expecting. This isn't supposed to be a huge event. I'm just trying to keep you guys covered from beginning to end, trying to make sure that you this doesn't surprise you guys. So once again, a flash flooding threat today, and this isn't the end. We have another date. We have another chance of flash flooding throughout much of the Dixie Valley as we go throughout the day tomorrow. You can see another slight risk throughout parts of central Louisiana, parts of southern central Mississippi, and even to parts of Alabama for another chance for some scattered training thunderstorms. 15% chance, once again, slight risk for some flash flooding to go across much of the Dixie Valley, and then even a marginal risk extending across much of central and southern parts of the Dixie Valley for some heavy rainfall, training thunderstorms. And most of this is just going to be general summertime thunderstorms, but in parts of Louisiana, a couple severe thunderstorms that will cause the chance for some flooding. Very heavy downpours, a lot of high precipitable water values out there right now. Very moist conditions in the southern Dixie Valley, while much of us in the northern Dixie Valley are wondering what kind of moist weather are you talking about. We got dew points down in the 50s this morning. You know, it's feeling really good off to the north, while us to the south feeling more muggy, more warm. I mean, it's not too hot. I mean, it's still below average temperatures for much of us. But more rain coming for this weekend and even the beginning of next week through much of the central and southern Dixie Valley. And like I said earlier, we are expecting the tropics to begin to ramp up as we go into the beginning and into the middle of September, where we will reach peak hurricane season. We're not going to dodge that many bullets, guys. We are going to have more tropical weather to talk about as we go into the future. None right now, no tropical activity. We do have a small area that is off the coast of Africa, but we do expect this to curve out to see, once again, if it develops into anything. Pretty rough conditions out there. Not much conducive of development. Not much ingredients out there for development in the Atlantic right now, but that is forecast to change as we go into the beginning and the middle of September, where we do expect the tropics to start to ramp up. The global tropics hazard from the Climate Prediction Center expects, a greater than 20% chance of development in the main development region as we go into the beginning of September 3rd through September 9th. A chance for some more development, more favorable conditions for development in parts of the Atlantic Ocean, the main development region. So we do need to continue to watch that. And then even as we go into the next week, week 3, September 10th through September 16th, an even higher chance, greater than 40% chance in the main development region as well. So we need to continue to watch this. Development is becoming more favorable as we go into parts of September. So we needed to continue to watch this. Well, like I said, we aren't going to dodge that many bullets. We are going to have more tropical systems develop, and we will need to watch these as they get closer to the U.S. and watch for possible development even in the Gulf of Mexico as we go into week 3. The global tropics hazards chart is pointing out a low chance of development in the Gulf of Mexico as we go into week 3. Now, this is pretty far in the future. It's hard to forecast tropics even a week out in the future. Once again, I got you covered. I'll be monitoring the tropics, and as soon as anything becomes concerning, I will be the first to let you know. With that being said, that is all the weather info I've got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there in those storms. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss daily awesome videos like this one. I will try to keep you posted on the severe weather event. Once again, slight risk of severe weather across parts of northwestern Louisiana and a marginal risk that extends even farther, and a chance for some flooding today. Make sure you're monitoring those alerts, and I will see you in the next video.